Faculty in one day, August 21st, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And still a little bit chilly out there this morning. Doesn't seem as chilly as yesterday, though.
Yeah, we got another cool start, another similar day, at least with those day highs climbing only into the low 60s. A few more showers today, but this is temporary. We're back into summer-like weather following today into the weekend.
All right.
So we just got this early preview, early taste of fall. Let's take a look at those early morning temperatures. And Gary, you're right, a little bit warmer than yesterday. I do think, though, with these clear skies in some spots, we might start to plummet even more within the hour. We're talking about 51 in Westmoreland, 50 in Otter Lake, 49 degrees, the coolest so far in Little Falls. On into the south, 46 Hamilton, 44 Sherburne, and 48 degrees in Oneonta. And a look across the state on the Mesnet camera network. We're keeping an eye on the potential for fog development. We are seeing some low-lying clouds on satellite, but as of now, it looks to be there's no location seeing extremely reduced visibility. And the radar, dry currently, but what's happening out in west of Syracuse is going to gradually shift east later today. Those few mile-wide isolated pop-up showers that will be driven from the north. So again, what to expect today? Almost a carbon copy. If you felt the need to dress warm yesterday, you're going to want to do that today. If you think that wasn't too bad, well, you can dress the way you did yesterday as well. It's a very similar day temperature-wise, but again, keep that umbrella handy because this might be raining throughout the afternoon. Following today, again, we got great news regarding a return to summer. Don't worry, this is not a tale of things to come. Well, maybe in the long range, but short range is we got a lot more summertime on the way. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado will head to Syracuse bright and early this morning.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. The time now is 5:13. We're getting you set to head to the door this morning on the Munson CommuteCast. And first off, taking a live look along the arterial roadway this morning. Traffic, of course, looking pretty quiet. Roads are officially dry for the most part as clear skies have moved in, but we'll be tracking a few on and off rain showers later today. I want to head to some few traffic alerts to pass along. For one, stalled car reported up here on the Route 8, Route 12 intersection. North of Utica. Nothing major, just reported in our system. Figured I'd pass it along. But again, something else to mention too, this is a lot more impactful, is the fact that those of you heading through either the I-90 exit or North Utica, that there is going to be the ramp closure with the northbound Genesee Street exit from 790 and Route 790, I'm losing my thought on the exact other name of the road here. I think Route 5. But you can see here, northbound area, the northbound lane is going to be closed down. You're going to have to use this lane right here. The southbound one, which, again, it's not too impactful, at least, that there is an option to go out on one other side of the exit. But again, that official turnaround area is going to be closed off for road work. But again, today, almost a carbon copy. On and off rain showers in the morning. Same thing for the afternoon, with temperatures climbing only as high as the low 60s. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Well, if you want to learn more about that devastating tornado that ripped through Rome last month, Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage right there will be giving a presentation tonight about the tornado. The presentation starts at 5:30 this evening at the Rome Historical Society on Church Street in Rome. He will talk about how tornadoes form and why we've seen so many twisters this year. So definitely something you'll want to check out. And you can also check it out on our Facebook page on the Facebook Live. And in Rome, tenants of the Georgian Arms Apartments displaced
2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And sweater weather, day 2, right?
Day 2, I was debating putting on that flannel. I mean, we mentioned it in the news show yesterday, but I figured, you know what? I'll hold off until it's actually fall.
Yeah.
So for now, I'll just wear my usual summertime outfits.
We could make those flannel dress shirts popular, couldn't we?
Yes, I would wear that. I would support that. Yes, this morning, fall-like. Let's take a look at those temperatures early this morning. We got conditions in the low 50s, 50 in Westmoreland, 50 Little Falls, 50 Outer Lake, Lowville checking in with 47. A little cooler in the southern valleys, 45 Hamilton and Cooperstown, and 46 degrees in Oneonta. And a live look across central New York on the Mesnet camera network. We're keeping a close eye on fog development. A few low-lying clouds, in fact, a little bit foggy up here on Smith Hill, but for the most part, we're not looking at anything too impactful regarding low-lying clouds producing any reduced visibility. But a live look at the radar, we're starting to see a few pop-up showers and downpours developing just west of Syracuse. These will gradually move eastward, or at least not these specifically, but the rainfall coverage will move more eastward into our area, and we could see on and off rain showers today. So again, almost a carbon copy of yesterday. If you felt the need to wear something a bit more warmer, do it again today, as well as keep that umbrella handy for those chances of those pop-up showers we saw yesterday repeating into today. Following that, though, we do have some nicer weather on the horizon. We'll talk about that in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. Well, night 2 of the Democratic National.
Welcome back. We're taking a look at our photo of the day today. And this one is an amazing photo submitted to us in Baldwinsville. This is a picture of the full moon, and not only the full moon, but the full blue moon, which was taken yesterday, or in fact, the overnight hours into early yesterday morning. And this moon, again, important for the fact that this is the last time we'll see a seasonal blue moon, or the fourth blue moon of the season, until 2027, May officially of 2027. So again, amazing photo right here. If you submit a photo like this one, send a link right there on top of your screen, wktv.com/weather/pics. Now, side note for those of you watching, my reference monitor right now, I can't turn it on, but it's off, so I can't see if the graphic is directly next to me. So I'll keep talking about what is going to be happening later on this evening. At 5:30, I'll be heading to Rome, specifically the Rome Historical Society. I'll be doing a presentation, of course, on the Rome tornado. I'll talk about a few other tornadoes across the area. I'll explain the causes for it, why we've seen so many this year. Again, I'll talk all about it. I'll answer questions. You can go ahead and visit at as we head into this evening. Of course, Rome Historical Society this evening at 5:30. Gary?
Something to look forward to, that's for sure. Well, today is move-in day for students at Utica University.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are starting out the day a little cool, temperatures in the 40s and 50s, with some areas of low-lying clouds. Matter of fact, take a live look at Oneonta right now, because that's where we're seeing those low-lying clouds. Not quite in the valleys, but as you head over the hilltops, for example, over here in Oneonta, heading up Route 23, closer to Morris, Edmiston area, those hilltops likely to see reduced visibility. In downtown Utica, we're seeing clear skies, a few more clouds moving in. Temperature officially sitting at 50 degrees with fall levels of humidity, refreshing, dew point of 49. So it's a very crisp but refreshing start to the day today. And a live look at the Artful Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We got rainfall activity out in Vermont and just west of Syracuse, but here locally things are dry. That will change as we head throughout the late morning, early afternoon. Similar to yesterday, dry start, then a few on and off spotty showers start to form across the region. So the next dozen or so hours, We're talking about another unsettled fall-like day with temperatures barely getting above the mid-60s. I still think that the high today will likely be 63, 64 degrees if we're lucky. Now, same exact setup on the larger scale. This map looks familiar compared to yesterday. High pressure and low pressure haven't really moved too much. Now, the high pressure is bringing the cool weather and the low humidity. The low pressure is bringing the rain showers. Now, this is going to sweep south, and with that north wind and those cooler temperatures, it's actually going to be setting up some lake effect rain over specifically Syracuse. If you're heading to the New York State Fair today, this will be more of a, I would say, day-long light rain drizzle across the board. Lake effect continuing for most of the late morning, early afternoon, and evening. So unsettled out in Syracuse, still unsettled here locally, but not nearly as consistent rain as we're not directly downwind of Lake Ontario. But by tonight, we'll quiet down. Temperatures will fall back down into the 50s and 40s. And then we'll warm up a little more tomorrow into the upper 60s, low 70s, with clouds clinging on for most of the late morning, early afternoon, and then decreasing by the evening. And then another cool night Friday morning. And then by the afternoon, temperatures climb up into the upper 70s. And so, your 7-day forecast. We've got this fall day today, but it's temporary. We're back to summertime. We've got 80s the next few days, at least heading into Saturday and Sunday. Best chance for rain Sunday night into Monday. Even then, the signal's very weak, and we'll, of course, let you know if any changes do take place. But again, summertime is on its way. Gary?
Welcome back.
It was short-lived, fall was short-lived, but we're back to summer.
Good for us. And the time right now is 5:50, which is 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And I don't know about you, but this month is flying by.
It is already the 21st of August. This summer has just flown by. I think for me, it's flown by just because of how busy it was weather-wise. For us, it was a very exhausting summer. I know for a lot of folks, it was a tragic summer with damage and all that stuff. And again, this summer, very busy, but today, quiet. I mean, a few rain showers, but nothing significantly impacting us. And cooler fall-like temperatures. Let's take a look at those current temperatures early this morning. We've got 50s across the area, 51 Westmoreland and in Dolgeville, 50 Otter Lake, 51 Inlet to the south. Temperatures in the 40s, 45 degrees in Sherburne, 46 Cooperstown, and in Oneonta. And a look across the state on the Mesnet camera network. We are tracking some sunshine. However, a few more clouds are starting to move in, and the weather currently is dry. However, out just south and west of Syracuse is where a few scattered showers and downpours are starting to form. Now, these will continue south and east, but the rainfall activity will slowly pick up today, especially over our area. So, again, similar weather pattern, long sleeve shirt weather, maybe light jacket or light sweater weather with an umbrella handy. We'll have to watch out for those pop-up showers later on today. Following today, though, we'll be seeing a lot more in terms of summer-like conditions. We'll talk about that in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado will head to the Syracuse area bright.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. The time now is 6:11, getting you set headed door this morning on the Munson CommuteCast. First off, a live look at the arterial here in downtown Utica, where traffic's starting to pick up a little bit, but still a quiet start, a dry start as well, but that will change as we head into the afternoon. And a look at the traffic tracker early this morning. Still an incident to report of a stalled car on Route 12, Route 8 intersection up north of Utica, but again, this is nothing major, just reported on our traffic tracker early this morning. A more notable traffic alert to pass along will be in the North Utica area along Genesee Street. Well, not quite Genesee Street. Of course, there is road work being done there. lane reductions. But the main thing is right here, the exit ramp northbound from Route 5790 to be closed tomorrow. So this will be the last day you can use this exit ramp right here. Following today, this will be closed off. You will have to use this exit ramp right there. So again, there is no long-range detour, just you have to use a separate exit, which will of course take you to the new traffic light there coming off of the I-90 exit as well. But again, that's the traffic alert to pass along that will be going into effect tomorrow. But again, today, dry start. We'll start to see a few on and off rain showers. Better shot for this afternoon with high temperatures only in the low 60s. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Well, if you want to learn more about that devastating tornado that ripped through Rome last night, yes, our own Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage, who you just heard from, will be giving a presentation about the tornado tonight. That presentation starts at 5:30 this evening at the Rome Historical Society, which is on Church Street over in Rome. He'll talk about how tornadoes form and why we've seen so many twisters this year. And if you can't make it there, just head to our Facebook page, as it will also be simulcast on Facebook Live. And in Rome, tenants of the Georgian Arms Apartments display the owner of the complex, Liberty Affordable Housing, will no longer pay for them to stay in a local hotel after Sunday. We talked to those worried tenants last week, and many of whom don't have any family here in this area that they can stay with. Oneida County Executive Anthony Pacenti now says that the county is making sure that no one ends up on the street, even though it's a bit of a logistical challenge.
We're going to keep them there unless in the meantime we find alternate housing for some of them. No one will be out in the street. No one.
And officials at Liberty Affordable Housing say the 6th and 7th floors were badly destroyed, but the sprinkler system flooded the entire building. They estimate it'll take at least 3 months to make that complex livable again. Meanwhile, Rome's Tokelana Club pooled multiple donations together to help its city recover from the tornado. More than $14,000 was raised and given to the Community Foundation to go toward the Victim Recovery Fund. 2 days after the storm, the club actually hosted the World Series of Bocce and started raising money there. And this Friday is the last day for residents to apply for money from the Community Foundation Fund. The Oneida County Executive says so far, more than $1.45 million has been paid out to people who need help. The time right now is 6:15.
The weather spoil your day. Tune in for the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast, brought to you by Munson. Visit Munson today and ignite curiosity and creativity. Visiting Munson and the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast, both free and both Utica's very own. Remember, all roads lead to Munson. The WK. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Another fall-like day here in Central New York with temperatures starting out in the 40s and 50s with low humidity. Now, taking a live look at Oneonta right now, we aren't tracking valley fog, but there are low-lying clouds. You can see it in the far distance right there, the hilltops bordering Otsego and Delaware County. You can see these low-lying clouds. If you head up into the hilltops through the southern valleys or north of the Mohawk Valley, you might run into some of these clouds. So again, that's our reduced visibility outlook for this morning. The valley itself looking pretty clear. Same thing in downtown Utica. Clear conditions, few clouds moving in, temperature at 51 with refreshing humidity. This is as fall-like of a temperature and a humidity trend as you can get. By the way, though, sunset time no longer after 8 p.m. Unfortunately, we're now entering a gradual but accelerating reduction in daylight hours heading into the rest of this month and, of course, into the first days of fall. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Quiet here locally. We've got some isolated downpours south and west of Syracuse and a few light drizzly showers in Vermont, but here locally things are quiet. This will change as we head throughout the afternoon as a trough moves south. And so the next dozen or so hours, temperatures struggling to get above 61, 62 degrees with a few clouds, on and off rain throughout the day, and still slightly breezy. The larger scale picture is relatively unchanged compared to yesterday. That high pressure still remaining firmly in place north of the Great Lakes. Low pressure still firmly in place out east of us. And the high pressure supplying the cool, refreshing conditions here locally. And then that low pressure dragging in those rain chances. And of course, you can see the rainfall activity right there. That will push south into our area later today. And so, zooming in our skycast, we can see the arrival of that heading throughout the late morning, early afternoon. A few peaks of sunshine mixed in with those clouds and some rain showers here and there. And then temperatures will fall back down into the 40s and 50s tonight. Rebound into the 70s tomorrow. It's going to feel a little bit warmer. And then following that, we'll see even warmer conditions as we head into Friday, with high temperatures going from the 40s to start up into the upper 70s. And so your 7-day forecast following Friday, which will be absolutely fantastic weather-wise, lower humidity, lots of sunshine. We're back into the 80s by Saturday and Sunday. So if you're wondering if this is a tale to come of what's to come of conditions here locally, don't worry, we got summertime returning. August is not over with just yet, Gary.
Good for us. Plenty of summer left. Well, as day 2 of the Democratic
2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And maybe bring that sweater for a second straight day today, right?
Yeah, sweater-like weather, light jacket weather, long sleeve weather today. But you only need it for today. You can put it back in the closet because we'll have much more in terms of summer-like weather.
Yeah, for a nice long stretch, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see August-like conditions return. But again, this morning, let's take a look at those current temperatures across central New York. Starting out in the North Country, upper 40s, low 50s, 50 in Inlet, 52 Long Lake, 51 Lake Pleasant. Into the valley, the low 50s. And the Southern Valley is the coolest area here in central New York. In the 40s, 44 in Sherburne, 45 Norwich, 47 in Cooperstown. In a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, we're finally starting to see some fog move into the Sherburne area right now, while locations in other spots just seeing a few low-lying clouds. And the radar right now here locally is quiet and dry. There are a few isolated downpours moving south of Syracuse, but again, this morning we're starting out dry. Heading into the afternoon, we could see some of those showers move into our area. And so, similar weather yesterday. Might want to keep that light sweater, light jacket, or long sleeve shirt handy, as well as that umbrella handy, with the potential for a few spotty showers this afternoon. But following that, we are going to be seeing summer-like conditions return. This taste of fall is only temporary. We'll, of course, talk about when we'll see it and how warm it gets in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Night 2 of the Democratic National Convention featured 2 big...
Stay in the know wherever you go. Download the WKTV News Channel 2 and the Storm Tracker 2 apps today.
This portion of News Channel 2 is...
Good morning. Welcome back. This Wednesday, we are showing our photo of the day, and this one was, of course, of the full moon. Not just any full moon, the super blue moon. Large, and as well as the 4th full moon of the season, categorizing it as a blue moon, of course, where the phrase once in a blue moon comes from, taken in Baldwinsville by Yvette. Amazing photo right here. And the next time we'll see a seasonal blue moon will be in May of 2027, or just a blue moon in general, with the second definition being the second full moon of the month would be in May of 2026. So we have a full year minimum before we see another blue moon. Of course, amazing photo right here. Send a link right there on top of your screen if you want to submit a photo like that. WKTV.com/weather/pics. Well, again, we mentioned it earlier on the broadcast, and I do want to continue to promote this because I want to make sure that I get the word out that there will be a presentation again this evening at the Rome Historical Society at 200 Church Street in Rome, New York. Again, we're going to be talking a bit about tornado possibilities, the going through the entire track from start to finish, talk about the damage, talk about why it happened, analyzing the radar, how we're able to confirm it, as well as why even seeing so many tornadoes recently. So again, if you want, join us. I'll be with me as well as our digital content manager, Zach Lewis. Will be live streaming it if you can't go. But again, it's at the Rome Historical Society at 5:30 this evening. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Today is move-in day for students at Utica.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. We've got another fall-like day today with temperatures starting out in the 40s and 50s and not warming up all too much, maybe 10, 15 degrees maximum. Downtown Oneonta right now, in fact, our camera overlooking the Hartwick College, the city of the hills right now. See a few clouds out in the distance, low-lying clouds in the highest elevations. If you're heading through, for example, in the Southern Valleys, Route 23 through Morris, down to South New Berlin, other spots as well. Heading up into the hilltops, you might encounter some of those low-lying clouds and patchy fog. But the valleys are looking pretty clear. 51 at Griffiths Rome, refreshing humidity, dew point of 49. This is a staple of fall right here. Low humidity, refreshing conditions. And by the way, sunset 7:58 this evening. We are now in the categories of no longer 8 p.m. or later sunsets. The next time we'll see that, of course, will be after the spring equinox next year. Now, a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We are quiet for most of the region in New York State. Of course, an isolated shower south of Syracuse, but locally, entirely dry. That will change, though, as we head into late this morning, early part of this afternoon, as a few pop-up showers and downpours begin to develop. And so, the next dozen or so hours, temperatures in the 60s, barely creeping into the low 60s, with clouds mixed in with sunshine and even rain chances here and there. Same setup on the larger scale today compared to yesterday. High pressure dragging in that cool and refreshing air. Low pressure out to the east, bringing down this trough. And you actually see that rainfall right here. That will be a bit more rainfall today compared to yesterday. And we can see on our Skycast, again, dry start, clouds moving in. Lake effect rain for most of the New York State Fair today, by the way. So downwind of Lake Ontario, perfect weather setup for that. Here locally, though, not consistent rain, but on and off rain mixed in with clouds and sunshine. We'll dry out this evening and will look like a mainly dry day tomorrow, with temperatures starting out in the 40s and 50s, climbing into the low 70s. And so your 7-day forecast. 70 tomorrow, 76 Friday. We're already back into the 80s by Saturday and Sunday. So this cold spell is short-lived. We're still not done with summer. We still got a few more days of August, don't worry. And of course, August conditions return remaining into the beginning of next week. Gary?
Eric, thanks. It's the second oldest.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And bundle up this morning, at least with a sweater. It's a bit chilly, a preview of fall, but that's about to change, right?
Yeah, I got 1 day left of this early taste of fall, then we're back to that summertime weather, so it's short-lived.
For a nice stretch, too.
Nice stretch, too. Yeah, you're right. Let's take a look at those current conditions early this morning, because, again, we got one more fall-like day today. Now, we're still expecting some temperatures this week to start out similar to this, but unlike the next few days, today is not warming up by much. 50s and 40s in the Mohawk Valley and North Country, 40s in the southern valleys, with some patchy fog and low-lying clouds. The fog isolated at this point so far in the camera network to Sherburne, but we'll see a few spots clear out late this morning. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Rain showers south of Syracuse starting to diminish. However, we are still tracking the arrival of a few more rain showers later today. And these showers will be similar to yesterday. You'll see sunshine, then you'll see a passing shower for 5-10 minutes, then sunshine again. And so keep that umbrella handy, but also keep that long sleeve shirt or sweater handy because it's going to be another breezy and cool one. But that's only for today. Again, we're tracking that warm up in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Night 2 of the Democratic National Convention features.
Summer, never get caught on the course in bad weather. Get severe weather alerts right to your phone with the WKTV Storm Tracker weather app, the only weather app on your phone powered locally by the WKTV Storm Tracker 2 team. When you're on the go, stay in the know.
The WKT. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are talking about another fall-like day here in central New York with temperatures starting out in the 40s and 50s, only warming up a few more degrees today. Let's take a live look at Oneonta right now where we're seeing a few low-lying clouds, those hills in the distance. And besides that, the valley fog is not really existent, aside from some locations, for example, in Sherburne out in Otsego County. And current conditions in the Utica area. In fact, we're seeing some blue skies peek out. It's a very comfortable, refreshing start to the day. But again, this is a cool one. Maybe keep that long sleeve shirt handy because it's going to be a very cool day today. Radar right now is quiet all across central New York, but rain showers are starting to develop both in Vermont, just outside the Hudson Valley, and areas to the west. And our next dozen or so hours are talking about temperatures climbing as high as maybe 60, 62 degrees with clouds mixed in with rain showers mixed in with sunshine. So it's going to be a mixed bag of weather today, similar to yesterday. And the reason why is we still have a similar setup here in the atmosphere. We got high pressure dragging in that Canadian air and low pressure out to the west, bringing in that trough, and you can see those rain showers developing right here. These will sweep south later on this morning. So enjoy the sunshine and period of completely dry weather while we still have it early this morning. And our skycast, you can see that trough moving south, rainfall activity picking up throughout the day today. But again, there's still opportunity for peaks of sunshine here and there. So following today, though, we'll see temperatures fall back down into the 40s and 50s. Climbing quickly back into the 70s by tomorrow afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds, turning more sunny by the evening. And then following that, dry weather moves in. We got a very nice day as we head into Friday. 7-day forecast, 70s by the end of the week, 80s as we approach the weekend.
Here's to a much lighter note and the weather. And for the second straight day, boy, feels a little like fall. I know we have our fall colors on.
Yeah, tried our best, you know, the blues, the oranges, you know, starting to feel that that pumpkin type aurora in
Getting the fever.
Yeah, and we're still talking about a cool stretch of weather today, but it's temporary. It's only an early taste. But to start out, let's take a live look at our Cavey Tower camera. We got a few rain showers moving from the Mohawk Valley right now. But as we turn our attention to Oneonta, a bit more dry. Not everyone is seeing it. Matter of fact, this morning has been a relatively dry start with plenty of sunshine, causing some of those temperatures to climb into the mid-60s. 66 in Westmoreland, 65 in Westernville, 64 degrees in Dolgeville, and 68 in Little Falls. A little cooler up in the North Country, 56 in Inlet. And then to the south, 57 Hamilton, 62 in Cooperstown, and 57 degrees in Oneonta. Now the rainfall is starting to pick up in activity. You can see right here a few more isolated downpours here and there, and notice the size of these are very small. But zooming into the Utica area, matter of fact, we can actually see some of these downpours moving into the area right here. It looks to be, again, scattered in nature. You'll see a rain shower or two, and then sunshine will back in, then rain showers once more. A mixed bag of weather today. But next 12 hours, temperatures remaining in the low 60s, cooling back down into the 50s overnight tonight. And then we'll start to see more summer-like weather return. We'll talk about when that arrives in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And if you want to learn more about that devastating tornado that ripped through Rome last month, Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage, who we just heard from, We'll be giving a presentation about the tornado tonight. It starts at 5:30 this evening at the Rome Historical Society on Church Street. He'll talk about how tornadoes form and why we've seen so many twisters this year. And if you can't attend in person, we will be simulcasting that live on Facebook. Night 2 of the Democratic National...
Get caught on the course in bad weather. Get severe weather alerts right to your phone with the WKTV Storm Tracker weather app, the only weather app on your phone powered locally by the WKTV Storm Tracker 2 team. When you're on the go, stay in the know.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, welcome back. Doesn't quite feel like a August day out there, more like a late September day with temperatures in the 60s and a few showers rolling through. Downtown Utica right now, it was sunny earlier on, but now we're starting to see a few more clouds, a few more rain showers arriving. You can actually see it in the far distance right there. But another example right here is Oneonta. Now Oneonta is starting to see its fair share of rain. You can see that rain on the left side of your screen right there. Matter of fact, the camera's starting to shake a little bit as some wind's picking up. And eventually you can actually see the rain slowly moving through the Oneonta area. Currently sitting at 63 degrees, mostly cloudy, comfortable levels of humidity. Again, it's going to be a fall-like day today. And then, as we head into the next few days, temperatures will gradually rise. We'll talk about that in just a second. Radar is picking up in activity right now. We're seeing a few downpours here and there. They're a few miles wide. You'll see a downpour for about a minute or so. Then it comes to an end. You might see some sun peek out. Then here comes another downpour. It's the way the weather is going to be like today, a mixed bag here and there. And following today, 63 the high, some spots a little warmer, in fact 66, 68 degrees, but general average at 63. In the 70s, eventually 80s. So summertime comes back. Don't worry, it's not gone. We still have a month away for the first day of fall. But regarding that chance of rain over the next 24 to 48 hours. You notice that following today, it diminishes, and we'll still see a chance of an isolated shower early Thursday, but a drying trend moves in with plenty of sunshine. And again, this is a common setup that we're still dealing with right now. High pressure north, low pressure to our east, dragging in that trough. But then, this will not be the case tomorrow. This low pressure finally decides to split it to the east. High pressure moves in, and that's when we'll see lots of our sunshine. And so this morning, it was a relatively dry start. Now we're starting to see a few scattered showers move through the area. This evening, still relatively unsettled, a little breezy, a little cool. But following that, we'll start out with temperatures in the 40s and 50s for Thursday morning, climbing into the 70s with a mix of sun and clouds, then more sunshine in the evening with highs in the low 70s. Then a cool night Friday, low humidity, temperatures climbing into the 70s, mid to upper 70s, as the humidity still remains pretty low. Matter of fact, this might be another top 10 day of the year. I feel like I should issue it again. But your 7-day forecast, again, beautiful day Friday, the weekend shaping up rather nicely, cutting it close for some rain showers Sunday into Monday. But that's really about it with rainfall potential. As the summertime weather makes its return, and we say goodbye to the flannel jackets, the cider donuts for the time being, although I am kind of craving a cider donut right now, or just donut in general.
You're a month away.
Yeah.
A month away from fall.
I will say this, though, just something to mention at the Pumpkin Junction later on in the fall, my favorite cider donuts, just a heads up.
Oh, the Pumpkin Junction.
Pumpkin Junction, the cider donuts there. Amazing.
Where's that at?
It's up just south of, actually South Utica, in the hills a little bit, just east of Chadwick's.
We'll have to head there.
Delicious.
Eric, thanks. Well, check this out right here. Caught on video, the collapse of a home in Connecticut during Sunday's storms. Wow. The home sat next to a small creek that turned into a raging river on Sunday. Homeowner Randy Mercutio says that she watched helplessly as the water kept rising. The ground around her home eroded, and the home eventually caved in.
I'm numb and then feeling everything at the same time, I guess. I'm sad and confused.
The road has also been washed out, and several people who live on that street are stranded with no power. They actually have been walking through the woods just to get in and out of their neighborhood. So we should consider ourselves very lucky here in the Mohawk Valley. Coming up, the retail landscape of Gage, two beauties, all right? One beauty, and we have our own beauty, Eric Gage, here.
I was not prepared for that.
Nice new hairdo, looking good.
Well, you know, I try. But let's take a look at the Cavvy Tower Cam right now, because we've got an interesting setup right now. This is pretty much explaining what the weather's like today. You can see the sunshine on one side and rain on the other.
It's coming down now.
Coming down over here, sunny over here. So this is one of those days where weather can't quite make up her mind. So let's take a look right now at that tower cam. You can see perfectly right there. South of the Mohawk Valley, a quick downpour. North of the valley, you've got some sunshine. So again, this rain shower moved through downtown Utica. We've got wet roads as that downpour moved through. And temperatures where these rain showers have moved through, we're going to be dipping down a little bit. But currently sitting at 66 Westmoreland, 69 Little Falls. These areas in the valleys have outperformed our forecast highs so far today, I think due to the amount of sunshine in the morning. But regardless, it's still a cooler than average day here in central New York. 63 Cooperstown, 52 degrees in Oneonta, so a huge decrease, about 10 degrees as you head south through these southern valleys. And alive with the radar, we can see that rain shower here locally south of Utica that is pushing south. Sunshine, but don't worry, another rain shower is following that sunshine. So again, just a mixed bag of weather today. And the next 12 hours, on and off rain, temperatures in the 60s, falling down into the low 50s tomorrow morning. Chance of an isolated shower, but then we'll dry out all throughout the day tomorrow. We'll have a look at that forecast, plus what we can expect for the weekend straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And if you want to learn more about that devastating tornado that ripped through Rome last month, Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage will be giving a presentation about the tornado tonight. We do have a graphic with all the details. The presentation starts at 5:30 this evening at the Rome Historical Society on Church Street. He'll talk about how tornadoes form and why we've seen so many twisters this year. Again, that is at 5:30 this evening, and if you can't make it there, you can actually watch it live on our Facebook page. Also in Rome, tenants of the Georgian Arms apartments displaced by last month's tornado say the owner of the apartment complex, Liberty Affordable Housing, will no longer pay for them to stay in a local hotel after this coming Sunday. Well, we talked to some worried tenants last week, many of whom don't have any family in the area that they can stay with. Oneida County Executive Anthony Picente says the county is making sure that no one ends up on the street, even though it's a bit of a logistical challenge.
We're going to keep them there unless in the meantime we find alternate housing for some of them evicted. No one will be out in the street. No one.
Officials at Liberty Affordable Housing say the 6th and 7th floors were badly damaged, but the sprinkler system flooded the entire building. They estimate it'll take at least 3 months to make the complex livable again. And Rome's Tokelana Club pooled multiple donations together to help folks in the city of Rome recover from the tornado. More than $14,000 in total was raised and given to the Community Foundation to go toward the Victim Recovery Fund. 2 days after the storm, the club hosted the World Series of Bocce, and the fundraising started right there. Now, this Friday is the last day for residents to apply for money from the Community Foundation Fund. The Oneida County Executive says so far, more than $1.45 million has been paid out to people who need some help. State officials say shootings with injury.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Welcome back. We are tracking a few rain showers moving through the area right now, mixed in with some peaks of sunshine. Alive at downtown Utica, the road's a bit damp as a downpour has rolled through. Oneonta, same story. Downpours rolled through, dry weather moving in, and current conditions mostly cloudy in Rome, but of course that's not telling of every location here locally, as again some of these showers are hit or miss in nature. And a live look right now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Just putting a quick time lapse on some of these storms and showers. Well, mainly showers. No thunderstorms are reported right now. You can see how these things are popping up here and there. Matter of fact, a downpour went through Utica. Now it's dry. Then another rain shower. It will be dry again. We got waves of these coming in. So again, this is something that will be on and off rain for the next 3 to 6 hours. Well, regarding the temperatures, again, today it's feeling a lot like fall, but following today, as we head into Thursday, Friday, eventually the weekend, we got lots of nice weather, sunshine, summer-like conditions. Now, there's a chance of a late shower Sunday night into Monday, but most of us remain dry. Matter of fact, look at that chance of rain the next several hours. Aside from early morning Thursday, we got a chance of relatively dry weather across the board, and this will continue to Friday. Friday looking absolutely fantastic. Now, high pressure out to the northwest, low pressure northeast. This is the same setup I mentioned yesterday. Not much has changed. This is still remaining stationary. They're not really moving too much, but following tonight and early tomorrow, this low pressure will finally start to shift east. That traffic jam in the atmosphere starts moving forward, and this high pressure eventually moves eastward, and we'll start to see some changing conditions, warming temperatures, and a lot more regarding dry weather. And so this morning, we are seeing, at least we saw a few rain showers, and then this afternoon, same story. However, this morning, a bit more dry, this afternoon, a bit more rainy. Then, following that, we'll dry out a little bit this evening. Temperatures falling down into the low 50s, upper 40s, heading into early Thursday morning. Chance of an isolated shower as the remnants of this system depart out to the east. Then by the evening, we'll see a mixed bag of sunshine and clouds, but mainly dry. Then clear skies move in, heading into early Friday morning. And after a cool start to the day in the 40s, we'll climb into the upper 70s by the afternoon with beautiful weather across the board. So Friday is looking absolutely fantastic. The weekend, so far so good. Again, we're cutting it close to the rain showers Sunday night and into Monday, so we have that isolated shower on that icon there for Monday. But besides that, it's a relatively quiet stretch of weather with a warming trend as well. Temperatures climbing up into the 80s by the weekend. Gary?
Eric, thanks. It is the second oldest pizzeria in the...
With meteorologist Samantha Wessing in for Bill tonight. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening, guys. We're looking at some rain showers as we continue into the night for tonight. You can see that Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Just some rain moving on through. Come on. For the next couple of hours, we will dry out, though, as we head into the late night, overnight hours tonight. And then we have some beautiful weather, though, back on its way for the rest of the week. 59 degrees outside, so very cool, chilly weather for tonight. We're talking the low 50s as we head into the overnight hours, and that's the temperatures across the state, looking much cooler than we've been seeing. The good news, a warm-up back in store as we have throughout this week. We're talking getting back into the 70s and 80s as we head towards the end of this week, but very cloudy and very cool for the remainder of the night tonight. And as you can see, great night to open those windows, let in some of that fresh air throughout the overnight hours, but we are going to be getting back down into the low 50s overnight tonight. Like I said, though, a warm-up back on its way. We will start to feel some of those summer-like temperatures as we head towards the weekend. Some much more beautiful weather also back on its way. If we'll look at my forecast coming up, back over to you guys.
Sam, thank you. Happening tomorrow, the Mohawk Valley Water Authority is doing maintenance work on a number of streets in Utica.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. What a chilly day we saw today. Feeling a lot more like fall temperatures than we should be feeling here in August. Taking a look at that Nexus Center live downtown Utica camera. Just cloudy skies out there, some rain clouds out there as well. So going to continue to see some showers passing throughout these evening hours tonight. Luckily, those will come to a stop as we head overnight. You can see cloudy skies dominating down in our southern valley as well. Like I said, temperatures playing a big role in today's weather. Not too much besides rain going on, but we felt very chilly. Take a look, 52 in Otter Lake, 59 in Lowville, 62 in Westernville, down to the Southern Valley in the 50s right now for this evening. We're going to continue to drop down into the low 50s as we head throughout the overnight hours tonight. But take a look at this temperature trend. Not going to last for too long. 60s for tomorrow, and then we are right back into 70s and 80s as we head throughout the week ahead. Now, as far as mowing goes, any outdoor activities you might have, chance for an isolated shower by Thursday afternoon. The majority of the day, though, looking to be dry and cloudy. But Friday and Saturday, the sun returns, the warm weather returns. So any type of outdoor activities you may have for this weekend, keep them. It's going to be beautiful for the next couple of days. Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville Battery live radar. As you can see, rain entering Oneida County. You see some heavier rain just back out to our east. Little pockets of heavy rain. All of this will move on through within the next couple of hours, ending by the overnight hours tonight. Switching over to the satellite feed, cloudy skies dominating elsewhere. Now, as I zoom out, notice the way that this rain was arriving. Kind of a counterclockwise type spin. Low pressure in control for today into tomorrow. The system kind of moving a little bit slower, but that's what's going to bring us those scattered showers into the evening and that risk for isolated showers by tomorrow. But high pressure back on its way. This is in control for the next couple of days, bringing us that warm weather and that sunshine as we continue towards the end of the week. Timing everything out, clouds dominating for this evening, but like I said, that rain does come to an end starting the day on Thursday. Sun south of the Thruway, a little bit cloudy from the Thruway north as we head into your Thursday, but cloudy skies for the most part. And then you'll notice those little patches of green, that possibility for an isolated shower as that low exits us tomorrow. And then we do dry out, especially as we head towards Thursday night. We clear out as well. So again, for tonight, very cool, down into the 50s, scattered showers ending throughout the overnight hours. For tomorrow, partly cloudy for the most part, but just watch that risk for some isolated showers as we get into the late afternoon hours. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast, what beautiful weather though we do have back on its way, especially I'm loving the weekend back into the 80s and lots of sunshine. So this cool weather not sticking around for too much longer. It's going to get nicer.
Good deal, because it's.
Thank you.
I was freezing all day today.
I had a
Felt like the
sweatshirt
first day
on.
of fall out there.
Yeah,
All right,
good.
Sam, thank you. The Great New York State Fair is officially open. Let's get you back over to meteorologist Samantha Wessing in for Bill tonight.
Good evening, guys. Rainy out there, but we were talking about how cold it is, and that I think is the big thing is we're not expecting it this time of year to be 50-something when we walk outside. That's going to change though as we head throughout the week. I promise everyone we're going to get back into the 70s and 80s as we head towards the weekend. Right now on that Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville Battery live radar, some rain moving on through, a couple pockets of heavier rain, but just looking to be rain. This will be coming to an end as we get closer to the later night hours tonight. 59 degrees outside right now. We're talking lows into the low 50s as we head overnight. You can see those temperatures affecting us across the state. Most places getting into the 60s and 50s as we continue into the evening tonight. And then there's a look as we head overnight. Mostly cloudy skies throughout the overnight hours. And then there are those cooler temperatures. Great night to open the windows, let a little bit of that cooler, fresh air in. But as I said, things are going to slowly start to change as we head closer to the weekend. Temperatures are getting back into the 70s and 80s. And we're going to talk more in the way of sunshine as well. I have a closer look at that full forecast coming up. Back over to you two.
1,300 people have signed.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. A chilly Wednesday it was today. Temperatures, though, back on the rise as we head throughout this week. We are sitting in the 50s right now. Taking a look at that live Nexus Center downtown Utica camera. Cloudy skies out there. Some rain passing on through earlier today. Most of that rain will continually come to an end as we head into these evening hours tonight. Cloudy down in our Southern Valley as well. Just those gray, gloomy skies out there for our Wednesday. We do have some sunshine, though, back in the forecast over the next couple of days. There are those temperatures outside sitting in the 50s, so 62 still in Westernville, 59 in Westmoreland, down the Southern Valley, sitting in the 50s for this evening. Temperatures will be dropping into the low 50s as we head overnight tonight. But like I said, temperatures about to change as we get closer to the weekend, back into the 70s to round out the rest of the work week, 80s as we head into next week. So that warmer weather is back on its way. Now, as far as any type of outdoor activities goes, that Clinton Tractor Mowcast, maybe for Thursday, only because there's a chance for isolated showers in the afternoon. But Friday and Saturday, sunshine and warmer weather. Get outside and enjoy it. Storm Tracker 2, Yorkville Battery live radar. You can see some rain making its way throughout Oneida County. A little bit of heavier rain out to our west. That will pass on through, but not too much out back behind that as we do look to dry out as we continue throughout the night tonight. Cloudy skies out there as well as we switch to that satellite feed. And as I zoom out, notice the way that rain is spinning counterclockwise. Low pressure in control for today. This is very slow moving, triggering those showers for today, as well as that isolated shower possibility for tomorrow. Back behind that system, high pressure for the next couple of days, bringing us sunshine and dry weather. Timing all of this out as we head throughout the evening tonight. Cloudy skies for this evening. That'll continue into the overnight hours. Some sunshine south of the thruway, but mostly clouds to begin the day on Thursday. As we head into the afternoon, take note of the little blotches of green that you might see. There's that chance for a slight isolated shower, but most areas, so we're going to go with dry, as most areas will be seeing that dry weather. Some sunshine by the afternoon as well. We then clear out as we head into Thursday night, and we'll see more in the way of sunshine for Friday. Lows tonight, very chilly, down into the low 50s. Scattered showers ending as we continue into those overnight hours. For tomorrow, partly cloudy, but that'll be the main thing for tomorrow. But again, that risk for just an isolated shower for the afternoon, back into the 70s for tomorrow. Then we'll take a look at that 7-day forecast. Like I said, sunshine back on its way, especially for Friday, into the weekend as well. Looking to be a beautiful weekend ahead. We get back into the 80s as we head towards next week. More of News Channel 2 after the break.
With meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening, everyone. A chilly one out there tonight as temperatures only sitting in the 50s for this evening. Definitely one of those grab your sweatshirt kind of nights. As you can see on that Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, rain moving through Oneida County. Some heavier pockets of rain just to the east of Syracuse right now, but just rain showers for tonight. Back behind it, you can see we are starting to dry out as we continue later on into this evening. Current conditions outside sitting at 58 degrees. Cloudy skies out there as well, so those places not seeing rain. Dealing with some clouds for the rest of the night tonight. You can see these temperatures kind of across the state on that lower end, sitting in the 60s and the 50s as we continue throughout the evening. And not much is going to change as we head overnight. We'll see that rain continuing on a little bit longer, ending throughout the overnight hours, and then temperatures dipping down into the low 50s as we head throughout the overnight hours. But a nice warming trend back on its way. We'll look at that full forecast coming up. Back over to you two.
Happening tomorrow, the Mohawk Valley Water Authority is doing maintenance on a number.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. What a rainy, dreary sort of day today with those temperatures on the cooler side. That'll continue right on as we head into the evening overnight hours tonight. Live look at that Nexus Center downtown Utica camera. Cloudy skies here right now. Some rain making its way back over our area for this evening. Clouds down in Oneonta. See a little breaks of sunshine right there, but mostly cloudy as we continue into these evening hours tonight. Temperatures, though, big deal for today. One of those grab the sweatshirt kind of days out there, sitting in the 50s and 60s as we head throughout this evening. Same situation down in our Southern Valley in the 50s right now. We're talking getting down into the low 50s as we head throughout the overnight tonight. Big change in our temperatures, though, especially as we get towards that weekend, warming up into the 70s to round out the end of this work week, and then we're back into the 80s as we head towards next week. Clinton Tractor Mowcast, I put a maybe for Thursday. We do have the chance for some isolated showers in the afternoon only. Most of the day, though, will be dry. Friday and Saturday, though, sunshine returns. Warmer weather returns as well, as we just saw some beautiful days to get outside and get any of that yard work done you may need to get done. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Rain throughout Oneida County. A little bit heavier rain down to just to the east of Syracuse. This rain will push on through, and you can see back behind it, not too much happening. A couple scattered showers will remain, but most of that will come to an end as we head tonight into the overnight hours. Switching to the satellite feed, cloudy skies out there for tonight. Notice the way that rain is kind of rotating counterclockwise. Low pressure in control. This low pressure system is what caused that unsettled weather for today. It's slow moving, so it's going to keep that risk for isolated showers tomorrow afternoon. But once this passes on through, high pressure builds up behind it, and that's what's going to bring us the sunshine and beautiful weather as we head towards the weekend. Timing all of this out, cloudy skies for tonight, but you can see that rain coming to an end by this evening. As we head into those overnight hours to start your day on Thursday, clouds mainly to the north, south could see a little bit more in the sunshine to start on Thursday. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds for the majority of the day. Take note as we head throughout the afternoon, those little pops of green, just the chance for an isolated shower throughout the afternoon hours. That comes to an end by Thursday night, and we clear right on out by Thursday evening, and we're talking sunshine throughout the day on Friday. So again, very cool tonight, lows into the low 50s, scattered showers tonight, all of those ending throughout the overnight hours. For tomorrow, we're back close to 70, partly cloudy skies, and just that slight risk for an isolated shower in the afternoon. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast, Friday. Beautiful day ahead, lots of sunshine, sun and clouds for the weekend, but it's really going to start to feel a lot nicer out there as we get back into the 80s as we head towards the weekend.
All right, Sam, thank you.
Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6, we're going to continue our trip around.
Good evening. Another chilly night in store tonight as temperatures sitting in the 50s as we head throughout those overnight hours tonight. 54 right now. We're looking to get down into the low 50s as we continue towards those morning hours. And as you can see, it's going to be a very chilly start to your Thursday as the day is going to begin in the 50s. With the good news, a little bit warmer on Thursday as we get highs back closer to 70. Cloudy skies overnight, a little bit more in the way of sunshine as we head towards the morning. Great night to open those windows, though. Let some of that cool air in throughout the overnight as you're going to be seeing temperatures, like I said, in the 50s. It's a very cool, not less humid evening for tonight. And then heading throughout the day tomorrow, we will see a slow decrease in clouds as we head towards the afternoon. And there you can see those temperatures very slowly climbing towards 70 for our high on Thursday. But we have so much beautiful weather on its way as we head towards the weekend. We're also going to be talking temperatures back closer to 80 in the next couple of days. Full look at my forecast coming up. Back over to you.
Sam, thank you. He was at
Summer, never get caught on the course in bad weather. Get severe weather alerts right to your phone with the WKTV Storm Tracker weather app, the only weather app on your phone powered locally by the WKTV Storm Tracker 2 team. When you're on the go, stay in the know.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. After some rain we saw earlier on today, things beginning to quiet down as we head throughout those overnight hours. Quiet down and cool down as well. Temperatures in the 50s tonight. We had this picture sent in to us. I just had to show that little hungry squirrel right there trying to grab a snack throughout the day. Please send us those pictures or summer photos. You can see it right there on the screen on how to do that. Thank you for sending us that, Sheila from Coldbrook. As I said, temperatures as we head throughout the overnight hours dipping into the 50s for those overnight evening hours. And as we start for the morning, we're going to be starting the day in the 50s, 60s. So very, very chilly start to begin your day. But we do warm up more on Thursday than we saw on Wednesday, getting closer to 70 for our high. And that warming trend not coming to an end, especially as we head into the weekend, getting back closer to 80 to start the weekend. We're talking some quiet weather as well for the next couple of days. Now on that Clinton Tractor Mocast, I did put a maybe for Thursday, only due to the risk for a couple isolated showers in the afternoon. Most areas do look to stay dry, but two big yeses for Friday and Saturday. We're going to see more in the way of sunshine and no rain in that weekend forecast. As you can see on that radar and satellite, mostly cloudy skies dominating for this evening. The rain has passed on through. Low pressure still in control. We saw that counterclockwise spin giving us those rain showers throughout the day on Wednesday. That's going to push on through. That's still going to bring the slight risk for those isolated showers in the afternoon. But once this moves on out, gives room for high pressure to build on in, and that's what's going to keep us dry and bring us more in the way of sunshine as we start on Friday. But we're going to take a look at what's going on for our Thursday as we head throughout the overnight hours. Cloudy skies throughout the overnight, a little bit of clouds to start, especially north of the Thruway on Thursday. A little more in the way of sunshine down in Otsego County. As we have throughout the day on Thursday, though, we'll see those clouds breaking away, more in the way of sunshine by the afternoon. Then take note of those little patches of green. The chance for some isolated showers only in the afternoon, but as you saw, it was not widespread, so most areas looking to stay dry. By your Thursday night, take a look at this. Clouds clearing right on out, that high pressure beginning to kick on in, bringing us that dry weather, bringing us those clear skies. And then as we start the day on Friday, you'll see some sunshine to begin on Friday. So we do have a beautiful stretch of weather, especially as we head towards the weekend. Lows tonight on the cooler side getting down near 50. Scattered showers ending throughout the overnight hours. For tomorrow, we're back closer to 70. Partly cloudy for the most part, but just that slight risk for isolated showers in the afternoon. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast. Sunshine, wall-to-wall sunshine on Friday. Looks to be a beautiful day. We have some more in the way of sunshine for the weekend, looking to stay dry right on into Saturday and Sunday. But take a look at that. If you didn't like these cooler temperatures, we will slowly be warming back up into the 80s as we head closer to the weekend.
Sam, thank you. Just Sam Wessing, good evening.
Good evening. Another chilly night in store tonight as temperatures sitting in the 50s as we head throughout those overnight hours tonight. 54 right now. We're looking to get down into the low 50s as we continue towards those morning hours. And as you can see, it's going to be a very chilly start to your Thursday as the day is going to begin in the 50s. But the good news, a little bit warmer on Thursday as we get highs back closer to 70. Cloudy skies overnight, a little bit more in the way of sunshine as we head towards the morning. Great night to open those windows, though. Let some of that cool air in throughout the overnight as you're going to be seeing temperatures, like I said, in the 50s. So very cool, not less humid evening for tonight. And then heading throughout the day tomorrow, we will see a slow decrease in clouds as we head towards the afternoon. And there you can see those temperatures very slowly climbing towards 70 for our high on Thursday. But we have so much beautiful weather on its way as we head towards the weekend. We're also going to be talking temperatures back closer to 80 in the next couple of days. Full look at my forecast coming up. Back over to you.
Sam, thank you.
A Storm Tracker 2 team where we track storms. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. After some rain we saw earlier on today, things beginning to quiet down as we head throughout those overnight hours. Quiet down and cool down as well. Temperatures in the 50s tonight. We had this picture sent in to us. I just had to show that little hungry squirrel right there trying to grab a snack throughout the day. Please send us those pictures, your summer photos. You can see it right there on the screen on how to do that. Thank you for sending us that. Sheila from Coldbrook. As I said, temperatures as we head throughout the overnight hours dipping into the 50s for those overnight evening hours. And as we start for the morning, we're going to be starting the day in the 50s, 60s. So very, very chilly start to begin your day. But we do warm up more on Thursday than we saw on Wednesday, getting closer to 70 for our high. And that warming trend not coming to an end, especially as we head into the weekend, getting back closer to 80 to start the weekend. We're talking some quiet weather as well for the next couple of days. Now on that Clinton Tractor Mocast, I did put a maybe for Thursday, only due to the risk for a couple isolated showers in the afternoon. Most areas do look to stay dry, but two big yeses for Friday and Saturday. We're going to see more in the way of sunshine and no rain in that weekend forecast. As you can see on that radar and satellite, mostly cloudy skies dominating for this evening. The rain has passed on through. Low pressure still in control. We saw that counterclockwise spin giving us those rain showers throughout the day on Wednesday. That's going to push on through. That's still going to bring the slight risk for those isolated showers in the afternoon. But once this moves on out, gives room for high pressure to build on in, and that's what's going to keep us dry and bring us more in the way of sunshine as we start on Friday. But we're going to take a look at what's going on for our Thursday as we head throughout the overnight hours. Cloudy skies throughout the overnight, a little bit of clouds to start, especially north of the Thruway on Thursday. A little more in the way of sunshine down in Otsego County. As we have throughout the day on Thursday, though, we'll see those clouds breaking away, more in the way of sunshine by the afternoon. Then take note of those little patches of green. The chance for some isolated showers only in the afternoon, but as you saw, it was not widespread, so most areas looking to stay dry. By your Thursday night, take a look at this. Clouds clearing right on out, that high pressure beginning to kick on in, bringing us that dry weather, bringing us those clear skies. And then as we start the day on Friday, you'll see some sunshine to begin on Friday. So we do have a beautiful stretch of weather, especially as we head towards the weekend. Lows tonight on the cooler side getting down near 50. Scattered showers ending throughout the overnight hours. For tomorrow, we're back closer to 70. Partly cloudy for the most part, but just that slight risk for isolated showers in the afternoon. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast. Sunshine, wall-to-wall sunshine on Friday. Looks to be a beautiful day. We have some more in the way of sunshine for the weekend, looking to stay dry right on into Saturday and Sunday. But take a look at that. If you didn't like these cooler temperatures, we will slowly be warming back up into the 80s as we head closer to the weekend.
Sam, thank you. Coming up next, the travel